gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a fantastic return all the way down to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Now it's Rodgers. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And shedding through the tackle. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford there for the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, watch the slant.
Alpha!
Switch it, come on, switch it.
80 weapon.
They're running with Gurley. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Mostert. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is Shepard on the catch. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got it. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Rob Kelly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0. On first down, it's Gurley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rivers. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Rodgers. He's got White here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On play action, Rodgers. That's complete to White. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they go to work on a first and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Here's Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter...
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kevin White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
To throw, Rivers. He's got Fuller. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Check pass. Check pass. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Rivers now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This is Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And Now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rivers. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They run. It's Gurley. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rivers now from the 50. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
White 90. White 90.
Combo. Double dog. That's the way.
First down, Rivers. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Rivers. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A run with Gurley there on first down. Going to get about 4 yards. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
180.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Another carry now for Gurley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Jackery 90. I brought 80.
That's a gain of 5.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Rivers steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man is Galladay, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now a draw play for Gurley. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 88, 88.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Hauling it in, Nelson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. J.J. Nelson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of.
And my goodness, another interception. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Big stop, let's go.
50.
57,
Boys.
Somebody.
Pick me up. Here we go. We're going to give up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Rodgers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to air one out for him. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Robbie Anderson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time? That maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
To throw again, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd and short yardage. Rivers. Throw left side taken in by Galladay. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Let's get it.
25-yard line. 18.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Here's Mostert. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on.
Cluster.
Ringo. 3 out.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
10-30.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's Eifert. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's caught. Shepard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Raheem Mostert, 42 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. throwing, Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Lions on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing Rivers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Rivers on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, baby.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Up this magic with the gang, we fall out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you you loud in my face. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I've never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up in a bitch magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.